This is Seasons of Discontent with your hosts Rick Snyder and Matt Combs on the Hogsty Network.
Welcome to Seasons of Discontent, Season 5, Episode 34. Brought to you by Rick Snyder's Washington across all social media. And I'm Rick Snyder, although some people might call me Santa.
I was going to say, you look more like Santa Claus than Rick.
Well, you know, Matt, Thanksgiving's here. That means it's Christmas time.
Oh, no, we got to have our turkey first.
We got to get through 3 crummy games.
Yeah.
Then, you know, anyway, whew.
I tell you what, that Detroit Chicago game is going to be a snoozer, especially with Justin Fields getting hurt yesterday.
Yeah, there's like nothing good on any of these 3 games combined because what's the night game?
I think it's New Orleans Buffalo, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just
New Orleans just got spanked by Philly and Buffalo got spanked by Indy. So
all 6 teams that play on Thanksgiving lost on Sunday. Wow, you know, and Detroit and Dallas always have games because they were the first teams in the NFL willing to do it when nobody else wanted to do it.
Right.
And so like they're grandfathered in. So I don't know. It was a good 10, 15 years ago. The other teams in the league were like, hey, this sucks. We want to be part of the Thanksgiving Day. We want to host it on. And William Ford, who I got to meet, the owner of the Detroit Lions and grandson of Henry Ford, said, you see all those car ads on the commercials, you know, they're going to go away if we're not playing on Thanksgiving. Told his other owners, threatened them right there, and it worked. Yep. So they create a night game and you can have other teams. And all right, yeah, nothing wrong with that. So that's how it all works. That's why we're stuck with these. And unfortunately, Detroit just sucks.
Yeah.
They may go winless again. Wow. You know, I mean,
hey, they'll be the first team to go 0-17.
Well, they got a tie. So it'd be 0-16.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they tied.
I mean, my God, you keep drafting like it's like the Wizards for so long. You sucked. You got good draft picks. You could never make it work.
I know.
Basketball is even easier to reverse it, but you know it's just torturous to watch. So the only good part is when Detroit's playing, if I'm out eating or whatever, I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
You know, and for once, Washington's not playing this Thanksgiving. They had played 3 or 4, including a night game against the Giants a few years ago at home. So I'm all for just goofing off on Thanksgiving, and I don't know. We're gonna have turkey. And well, that's it. We won't have ham, but I'm not against ham. Anything you want to eat for Thanksgiving, I'm not a big one.
Ham's more of a Christmas tradition in my house.
Yeah. Well, my wife hates it totally, but yeah. When I was a kid, listen up, kids, way back in the day, 50 years ago, believe it or not, you only ate turkey really at Thanksgiving. It wasn't in the stores like it is now. Right. Now you eat turkey every week if you want.
Yeah.
You know. But back then, that was a real rarity to eat turkey. So nowadays, whatever, you know, as long as something's decent. And since I'm not allowed to eat like crazy anymore, I can't overindulge sort of like that. So, you know, whatever you're eating out there for Thursday, good luck with that. If you eat pizza, who cares? As long as you're happy.
All right. Maybe Papa will put turkey on your pizza.
I mean, you know, Snoopy had toast and butter and it went okay.
Yeah.
So we are talking about the Washington football team, and Seattle's up on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually quiet at the park on Thursday, I think. Yeah, it's kind of strange, but this is a must-win game. If they can win this one, and Las Vegas, they set themselves up for a stretch run to have a chance at the playoffs. I don't know if they'll get there, but at least they're not irrelevant anymore. And you can buy my book, 100 Things Redskins Fans Should Know and Do Before You Die, you know, for a Christmas present for somebody. And people are actually buying it again.
Good.
But I like their chances in this one. I wouldn't have said it a month ago, but I do now. So I think they'll do that as we talk.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible how, I don't know, like I said, they went on that bye week, and maybe the win, you know, I think, honestly, that game against Tampa was a big trap game for Tampa, even though, you know, they were coming off of a bye as well. It just everything lined up where, it was the wild card revenge game, and Washington was the only team to give Tampa a fight in the playoffs last year before they won the Super Bowl. It just everything I think lined up, and it's definitely given that offense confidence. It's given Heineke a lot of confidence. The defense as well, to be able to pick off Tom Brady twice and basically make him a mediocre quarterback last week. And then of course everything this week was Cam's return to Charlotte, plus you had Ron and company coming back to Charlotte to face the Panthers. He's the winningest coach in Panthers history. He drafted Cam and now he's back. And, there were so many storylines that were slated toward the Panthers. And, look, it was a good game. It was a back and forth game. There's not really necessarily any storylines, I don't think, going into this game, except for, I think the last time Seattle was at FedEx Field was RG3 laying in a pile of his own bones with a broken leg and messed up knee and everything. But aside from that, I mean, we don't play Seattle very often. But I said it in the first show, and I'll say it again. I do believe that they beat Seattle. I think this team has bought into themselves, and they know that they can go in and have a puncher's chance against everybody. And like you said, I mean, I said it in the first show, Seattle is not the same Seattle. It's not the Legion of Boom. It's not Russell Wilson running all over the field, making crazy acrobatic plays every play. And the same thing with the Raiders. They've lost their head coach. They lost their number one star wide receiver. They've lost, a pretty high draft pick on their defense due to them being knuckleheads and doing stupid stuff. So, the Raiders are not the Raiders. And like you said, it kind of does line up for them to be 6-6 going into that 5-game run, 2 against the Cowboys, 2 against the Eagles, and 1 more against the Giants. It's just funny how this plays out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. They're in 1998, they were 0-7 at the bye. Yep. And they got living hell kicked out of them by Minnesota in that last game. And Norv gave them the week off. He said, you guys, you're hopeless. Just go away and leave me alone for a week. I'll see you later. And they came back and went 6-3 the rest of the way. And then the next year they won the division. Mm-hmm. So there is sometimes it does happen. Could they do a long winning streak to get in again? Well, we've seen it. The RG3 team was awful in the beginning. Yep. I think they're 5. They've done it. It could happen. They're not going to win out, but that's the hard part of playing your own division 5 straight games. There's no way you're going 5-0 there. No. But they have a chance. I think Curtis Samuel, he may get back to this game. Also Logan Thomas. They're both. I'll see it when I believe it. But I think it's almost like now or never for Curtis Samuel on this. Yeah, I think he got a chance of coming back. Gives them another option in the middle of the field. It'd be nice. But Cam Sims is now healthy again, so that helps. Humphreys, I swear, it's like a ghost, man. He pops up in the middle of the field with a catch here and there. You're like, where have you been all game? I haven't seen you. Well,
yeah, that's the thing. 2 guys yesterday that were not part of the game plan. I mean, Humphreys is probably the 4th or 5th wide receiver on the depth chart, realistically, behind Carter and, McLaurin. And I think De'Ami Brown even started yesterday over Cam Sims. So, but you look at Humphreys, and another guy is John Bates, a rookie tight end that they took, who's getting playing time due to Logan Thomas's injury. These guys are coming in and making clutch plays when they need to. Humphreys ain't a young guy, but Bates sure as heck is. And it's nice to see, Rick, it's really nice to see draft picks that are, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and in Cam Curl's instance, a 7th round pick actually making plays. I mean, this team was so stuck in a pattern of they'd get that big name number 1 first round draft pick, and then aside from Cooley in the 3rd and then maybe a guy here or there, I mean, nobody else really panned out. This draft class, aside from Jamin Davis is making plays. I saw him out there yesterday making a couple plays. He's not having an impact on the game, but he's making solid tackles when need be. But you got Cosme who plays well, who's been playing well. Now you got Bates. I mean, guys are stepping up from everywhere, and it's nice to see that their draft classes are actually panning out.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I've always liked Bates since the first time I saw him. he just screams baller at me.
He looks the part.
Yeah, he's not a Carter. I liked a lot. What I loved about Carter when I saw him in the preseason was there was no hesitation when he got the ball as a returner. Catch the ball, go forward.
Yep.
You know, it's a hard concept, but not everybody. Some guys want to look around a second. You ain't got time for that. They're on you now. He just goes boom, straight ahead, good speed, and then he's coming as a receiver and looks great.
Yeah, and you know, also talking about Bates again on Carter's return for a touchdown, I believe it was Bates that sealed the big block to spring him.
Yeah, he did.
So like I said, there's a guy who's making plays in all facets of the game, and now he's getting able to play offense. Like I said, due to Logan being out, you know, it's just nice, you know.
And you got a kicker that's kicking all the.
Always Sly, baby, the Sly Fox. That's a heck of a pickup, man.
Yeah, he's 10 for 10 on extra points. I'm not sure. I don't think he's missed a field goal.
Missed a field goal either. He's been perfect the past 2 games.
Yeah, this dude wants to kick your butt.
Yeah, he's a big boy. You know, he tweeted yesterday or Instagrammed or something, you know, hey, it's nice to be home. I didn't realize he played for Carolina.
Yeah. So everybody played for Carolina. The coach from Carolina, they're all up here now.
That's true.
You know? So 2022 draft, I figure, well, let's just go ahead and do it. Who are you going to draft? Because if they end up picking in the middle of the first round somewhere, I don't know. I'd like to say maybe a running back if there's one there. I know people don't want to do it early, but if there's a guy there, look at Christian McCaffrey. He was like a first rounder guy. Mm-hmm. I have no problem taking a guy if he's really that good. And I don't know if you go quarterback there. I mean, like you're saying, to a defensive heavy draft, you might be able to get a quarterback. Although I believe that when I see it, because people always talk themselves into taking quarterbacks too early anyway. But let's just say that. But I would look for a running back or a linebacker or an offensive lineman, especially what does Brandon Sheriff do, is stay or go.
Right, right.
You know,
if the draft was tomorrow, you know, I have to do a little bit more looking into these quarterbacks. You know, we've heard Ritter, we've heard Howell, we've heard, you know, a bunch of different names thrown at this team. I don't know if there's a standout guy in that quarterback class. I don't really watch enough college football. I just kind of go off of what people say. I don't know if there's really a standout guy at quarterback. I mean, running backs, you look at some of the first round running backs the past couple of years, like you said, Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs, Zeke Elliott, I believe Derrick Henry was a first round draft pick. Like, you can find game changing running backs in the first round. And, you know, look, we all like Gibson. We like McKissick, you know, but you've got to get another guy in that room, and it's not Patterson. Patterson was a good story. He's a good camp story. You know, I definitely would have taken him over Barber because we knew what Barber was. If gun to my head right now, I would say you got to go linebacker. You got to get a playmaking linebacker on this team. I mean, you've got Chase, you've got Sweat, you got Allen and Payne. You know, you've got to get somebody behind them that is just as scary and is just as intimidating as those 4. And then Ioannidis, you got 5. They have 5 really good defensive linemen.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to head out in a moment here. But before we go, just would you eat rhubarb pie for Thanksgiving? I've never had it. Doesn't sound good, though. You can.
Quick story. Neighbor across the street from my grandparents, they used to grow rhubarb in their garden, and we used to eat it raw. It's delicious. I love it.
Never heard. Never tried it. All right. I'm going pumpkin and apple. I bought Costco already, so I know what I'm getting. That's the great part.
I think the wife bought a key lime pie and like a cherry crumbled thing.
All right. Next week, Tuesday is the show since they're playing Monday night. I'm Rick Snyder.
I'm Matt.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Seasons of Discontent on the Hogstye Network.